issue around, a gray America is that, one, America has one of the highest divorce rates in the country, right? So even among our own communities, we can't stay together very long. And the fact that we realistically now want to pile a racial divide, we don't only, as white people, the chances of me marrying a white woman and getting a divorce from this white woman are highly likely, right? Now you want me to marry a black woman, right? And this is kind of being imposed upon us by certain political parties and people in America. And I strongly disagree with that. It doesn't matter where you're from, whether you're Chinese or Korean or African or European or American. I don't think it's the government's responsibility to try to tell us that blending black and white people and making a gray baby is how we're going to make America great again, or save America, or whatever it is people legitimately philosophize when they sit in their dark rooms drinking scotch and smoking cigars trying to plan out how to save all of this crap. And it's kind of what we're looking at right now in America, especially. I mean, I'm not going to say all over the world, because I haven't traveled the world. But there are some really great places in the world that are doing amazing things. China is doing pretty good things. Japan is doing good things. Korea is kind of like, I debate about this in private sometimes. But there are a lot of countries that are doing much better, and at least are more focused at trying to do better than America currently is. And I don't think that trying to force black people and white people, or to promote, Hollywood does this, to promote a gray America is the right thing to do. I don't think that it's right, because we, as even white men or black men, can't even stay in relationships long enough with the ones that we supposedly love or knock up to create anything good. The foundation of relationships in America has been, I'll define it, capitalistic. We are 100% capitalists in America. When we look at people, when we look at countries, jobs, when we look at everything, we look at them in a capitalistic point of view. And that capitalistic point of view is guess what? I see a human being like I see this table. It's something I can use to have this speech, this lecture, this thought that I'm having, and sharing that with you. And that's how we look at people. When I looked at my little girl's mother, eventually I was like, intellectually, there was some good things there that I appreciated and respected about her. But at the same time, I was like, man, physically, hell yeah, there we go, all right. She's a physically attractive young woman. She was to me at that point. And then there were other things that played into it. But most of it was capitalism. It was I can have sex with this woman. And so guess what? Because at that point in my life, many years ago, I had very little respect for women. I had respect for women, but not the kind of respect I have for women now. Is a lot different. Having a little girl will change your life forever. I appreciate having a daughter. I just wish I would have had a little girl under better circumstances in a different time in America, or a different time in the world, because now my little girl is ultimately, as I continue to unravel and figure out this debacle, that my little girl's mother and I have kind of found ourselves in, chances are, she's going to grow up without me. And that's unfortunate. It's not because I want that to happen, but from my little girl's mother perspective and my perspective, one, God sent me to Chicago and I did this mission, and a lot of other things took place in my life. But even before that, having a relationship with that little girl was complicated, because her mother was harboring, and this happens among women. The scripture even says it, there's nothing like a woman scorned. And if there's something that I did, and she would 100% probably back me up on this one, legitimately be like, Andrew scorned the hell out of her. I did. I scorned the hell out of her. And so that's like a thorn in your side at that point. And so until she can overcome that, or a woman in that situation can overcome that anger and that bitterness, that hurt that you put inside of her, that you caused her, that's a toxic relationship. That's never going to work. And to this day, I could call my little girl's mother right now. My phone got stolen the other day, unfortunately. I feel like that Liam, from like Taken, I'm going to find you. But I'm not going to find you. That's practically impossible. I have no idea. God will find you, though. But I don't know. But anyways, it's one of those things to where it was like, guess what? If I call her right now on that phone that has been stolen, that God is looking for you to find that phone, she would hang up immediately. If I write her an email, she'll never respond. The only thing that my little girl's mother wants right now is for me to sign those custody papers and to give all of my rights away to my little girl. Now, maybe you think, and I've heard tons of people's different opinions, and I would love to hear yours, but some people are like, you got to keep fighting for that little girl, and it's like, man, it's been 3 years. I understand where you're coming from. I fought really hard for her at first. I did. I was there every day taking her to daycare after I had moved out and started to get sober. After that, I was paying money under the table. I was trying to put a structured system together with her mother to be able to see our little girl. I went through the proper channels. There are tons of men in America who have stories like this that could sit here and tell you stories of the struggle. I've sat in a father, I think it's Fathers Matter, here in Columbus, Ohio, and I realistically went through this fathering class so that I could gain more rights and convince my little girl's mother. Not that I needed to convince her, but I realistically wanted her to be like, look, woman, I can do this. I learned how to do this, and I'm good. I'm all right. I'm sober. I don't have any problems. And it was a process. But women are complicated. Women are 100% complicated, and I don't understand them all the time. Sometimes, but not enough. I think it's complicated. It's incredibly complicated.